This video provides updated guidance for faculty at San Diego State University seeking reappointment, tenure, and promotion in academic year 2021. My name is Joanna Brooks, and I'm the Associate Vice President for Faculty Advancement. Resources and support are available for candidates online at the fa.sdsu.edu website. It's also critical to talk to your mentors, co-mentors, and chair and director as you develop your dossier. The timeline for the RTP process in academic year 2021. Please be aware that if you intend to seek an extension of your tenure clock, you should submit your request by August 20th, 2020. Or if you plan on going up, please notify your department in sometime this spring or summer, especially if you plan to request external review. Contact your chair, director, or college RTP rep as soon as possible. Summer is the time to prepare your dossier materials. In fall, you'll get a prompt to upload those materials to Interfolio. You need to finish uploading your dossier by late September. At that point, your colleagues will validate your file to ensure its completeness and accuracy, and changes and corrections can be made until the WPAF closing date, which typically falls in mid-October. After this date, you can't add anything to your file except the late add process. Considerations extended in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. Probationary faculty, that includes instructional faculty, librarians, and SSPARs, may request a one-year extension of their tenure clock, subject to approval by their dean and the provost. Contact faculty advancement at sdsu.edu to request your customized Adobe EchoSign request form. And your request must be completed by August 20th, 2020. If you extend your probationary period, you will be able to include in your dossier any accomplishments attained during the entirety of your probationary period. This includes time extended for leaves or for COVID. Another accommodation the university is making is that spring 2020 evaluations will be optional. Faculty are not required to submit those in connection with any evaluation. If you do elect not to submit those evaluations, please submit your spring 2017 evaluations so that you can constitute 6 semesters of data. And of course, we'll reflect our forms and guidelines and advice to review committees to reflect this option. A word about deciding when to go up. Senate policy indicates that the normal probationary period is 6 years of full-time probationary service, and a tenured faculty employee shall normally be considered for promotion after having served 4 years in the same rank or classification. If you do want to go up early, please consider performance review entails a significant commitment of time on the part of your colleagues who serve as reviewers, and it also represents a significant commitment of your own time and personal resources. So check in with your chair and director or your dean if you'd like to go up before the normal time rank has elapsed. If you were seeking tenure and promotion shortly after moving to SDSU, be sure you have enough evidence on file to demonstrate that you've made a successful transition and you've sustained your achievements since arriving here. Your dossier, the body of materials you prepare for your tenure and promotion review, makes the case for your permanency or promotion at SDSU by demonstrating how you meet the criteria for tenure or promotion. Assistant professors should use evidence from their probationary period. The probationary period consists of the total time and rank at assistant professor, inclusive of probationary period extensions due to leaves or COVID. If you were appointed at SDSU after holding an assistant professorship from another university, you may include items from your prior appointment so long as they date within the last 6 years, plus whatever time you've may taken due to leave or COVID-related extensions of the probationary period. For associate professors, use in your dossier evidence dating since your last promotion. Here's what goes in your dossier: your personal data summary, which is a form available to you on the Faculty Advancement website that gives you space for statements a table for your evaluation scores, and space to fill in other data. You also need to prepare your CV. Please use the required format, which is available to you as a template on the Faculty Advancement website. This shows consideration for reviewers at later stages, especially our university panel, who may be reviewing as many as 70 or 80 cases. When you use the required format for your CV, you empower them to find data they need in a very accessible and efficient way. You're also prepared for your dossier up to 5 significant items in each criteria area: professional growth, teaching, and service. Also, prepare teaching evaluations for the last 6 active semesters. Late adding fall 2020 evaluations is strongly recommended if you've been at SDSU 2 years or less. Please note that no faculty member is required to include COVID-impacted spring 2020 evaluations. If you do not submit spring 2020 evaluations, please submit spring 2017 evaluations in their place. You'll prepare and include syllabi and major exams or assignments for the last 6 active semesters, peer teaching observations, which are recommended annually for probationary faculty, past performance reviews, and perhaps you'll include some external reviews. These are required in the College of Sciences, but optional in other cases. External reviews are a standard part of RTP evaluations at many universities. At SDSU, only the College of Sciences currently requires them. However, any candidate may request external review by an arm's length reviewer, someone with whom you don't have a relationship as a co-PI or a co-author at another university. Here's how. Contact your chair or director as soon as possible, preferably by midsummer. They'll work with the college RTP rep to secure external reviews. Do not contact external reviewers directly. External reviews must be acquired and added by the late add deadline, which is typically in mid-February. There's complete process information available at the Faculty Advancement website. Now, effective academic year 2021, Faculty Advancement recommends that candidates in qualitative, creative, mixed method, interdisciplinary, digital, and emergent fields request external reviews. Again, complete process information is available at the FA website. I'll leave the link in the comments. A word about writing your personnel data summary, especially those candidate statements. Here is the prompt for our teaching effectiveness statement. Your job is to make an argument for how you meet the criteria using the data in your WPAF as evidence. I've provided a sample teaching effectiveness statement for you to review. You can pause the video and read it, or you can also find it on the Faculty Advancement website. Further tips for writing your teaching effectiveness candidate statement. Recognize that teaching effectiveness is essential to the awarding of tenure and promotion. Do all you can to provide in your candidate statements data on your efforts to ensure your effectiveness, not just student evaluations, but also any data you have on how you have assessed student learning and student achievement of the outcomes you set out for your course. If you include among your significant items examples of syllabi or exams or assignments, be sure to narrate or curate in your candidate statement what you mean that to show. So did you revise this syllabi to do a better job aligning your assessments with your outcomes? Or did you revise this creative assignment to give it more depth, to make it more collaborative? Explain the meaning of the significant items you're choosing. And finally, be sure to include evidence of reflection and innovation over the arc of your career. How have you grown as a teacher? Here's the prompt for your candidate statement on professional growth. And your job is to make an argument for how you meet the criteria using data in your WPAF as evidence. A sample professional growth statement is available here if you want to pause the video and read it, and also on the Faculty Advancement website. Tips for writing effective professional growth candidate statements. Be sure to contextualize your accomplishments, so that reviewers from outside your field can understand them. That means you should strive to provide as much information as possible on the venues in which you've published or presented your work and their significance to the field. In some fields, acceptance rates, rankings, and impact factors really matter. In others, they may not matter so much. Be explicit as to how impact or value is measured in your field. Don't assume that reviewers at the college or university levels will intuitively understand your discipline. And please recognize that gaps in productivity are a normal part of an academic career. If you do have a gap in your record, use your candidate statement to provide some context. Were you developing a new line of inquiry? Were you redeveloping your methodology? Were you out on personal or family leave? There's also a candidate statement you'll need to write to demonstrate your service to the university. And a word about service. Schools, departments, and colleges should exercise caution in service assignments for probationary faculty. Tenured faculty are expected to fulfill significant and time-demanding service roles. If you are a probationary faculty member and you have a question or concern about your service assignment, please speak with your mentor, chair, director, dean, or AVPFA. We'll sort it out. Finally, now in its second year, is a prompt asking candidates to describe their responsiveness to diversity, which is a criteria in the Senate policy file. Now, if you were impacted by the PSFA building closure in spring 2019, please know that on our table of evaluation scores, there's a space for you to indicate that impact, and guidance is provided to reviewers as to how to consider your teaching evaluation scores.